Yeah, what up, boxing fans? There's not much going on today, Saturday. So I just wanted to give you guys a little documentary um of Amir Khan, the Lamont Peterson fight. Man, it was such a big build up to that fight. I remember the build up to that fight. Amir Khan was invited to the White House by Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. And people say no one knows Amir Khan, but apparently Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama knows who Amir Khan is. So he was invited to the White House doing a preparation of that fight, him and Freddie Roach. And I remember, man, that fight was such a big build up to that fight. Man, that was two of the top 140-pound fighters fighting it out for the unified division. The IBF, WBA titles were on the line. This is a huge fight. I remember the talk. The talk was Amir Khan was gonna fight Lamont Peterson and then fight Floyd Mayweather next. That was the talk, man. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of it.
Freddie, is Floyd Mayweather still the ultimate target here?
Well, Floyd had a great fight with Cotto, and I think he looks very beatable in that fight. I think I have two fighters that can beat Floyd, and that's one Simi Sabi and Manny Pacquiao. But he's definitely the fight we would want, of course. But it's just if we can get him in the ring, we'll be happy.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much for spending time with us amid your disappointment.
See, for the people that don't know shit about boxing, they don't know that Floyd was working for Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, and Amir Khan at that time, he was with Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya. That was the fight that was going to get made next. But this is why I'm doing this documentary for fans that don't know about boxing, that wasn't following this fight and this story. Both of those guys were with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, and that was the fight that was going to get made, assuming Amir Khan defeated Lamont Peterson. Amir Khan chose to fight Lamont Peterson in DC for whatever reason. I have no idea, but at that time, a lot of fighters weren't willing to go to the UK and fight Amir Khan. So he chose to fight Lamont Peterson in his hometown in Washington, D.C. That's what he chose to do. I thought it was a bad decision at the time. I was like, why would an A-side fighter at the time? Amir Khan was the A-side, and you don't see too many A-sides fight another fighter in their hometown. Think of Terrence Crawford. He fights in Omaha, Nebraska, virtually every fight. Think of Floyd Mayweather. He fights at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas virtually every fight. So I'm wondering at the time, why is Amir Khan, the A-side, why is he fighting Lamont Peterson in DC in his hometown? That didn't make any sense to me, which will prove later on in this video to be a bad idea, very bad idea. So they go into the fight. Man, the first round is a great fight. They're slugging it out. Amir Khan drops Lamont Peterson, man. He drops him. Bang. Wins that first round. I'm going to let you guys hear some highlights of the fight. You can better hear some highlights than me just explaining it to you. I would like to show you guys the highlights, but HBO, man, they on some copyright shit, so I can't really show you guys the highlights. You can view them on YouTube, but I'm going to let you guys hear some of the highlights of that fight.
December 2011, Khan put his 140-pound titles on the line, traveling to Washington, D.C., the hometown of challenger Lamont Peterson. Khan wasted little time going on the attack. Good left hook, and down goes Peterson.
Referee has ruled it a slip.
He's got his feet tangled with the refs, so though the punch did land, I think the ref was right to call that a slip. Let's see if this one's going to be ruled a knockdown. Same place, same left hook. This time it is a knockdown. And in the first round, Khan appeared stronger, faster, more accurate as a puncher. Shaking off the early knockdown, the underdog Peterson pressed the action. Good left hook. Another good left hook by Peterson.
Bang.
Now a good right
Bang.
hand upstairs. That got Khan's attention. There's a mouse under Khan's left
Boom.
eye. Good right hand by Peterson. Combination of punches by Lamont.
Khan comes right back.
Boom.
Whoa! Moving into the middle rounds, Peterson applied pressure, while Khan looked for space to throw. Hard right hand, body shot by Peterson. Khan
Look at
holds
the body
on.
shots.
Another big right hand for Peterson. Khan pointing to his chin, always means you tagged me. Ref's taking a point away from pushing.
Taking points for pushing.
I don't know that I've ever seen a referee so focused on pushing, which is something normally you get away with, but it's technically illegal.
Say he never seen the ref.
With the 1-point deduction,
Never seen a ref do something like this.
knockdown. Both fighters now let their hands go, heading into the championship rounds. Uppercuts and body shots, that's what's been doing it for Peterson. A huge right
Look at the
cross
power this
on
guy
the
got.
chin. Here's the fighting spirit of Khan again. What a rally. What a fight.
We haven't seen
It's a great
one of
fight.
these
Great
in some
fight.
time.
Between skillful fighters in their primes. Oh, good right hand got in and hurt Peterson. Peterson's
He's
legs
hurt bad.
wobbled.
He's hurt.
A fight which tests the
He's
will
gonna take another
of
point
both
away
fighters.
from pushing. Listen to this, you guys.
Let's see if this
And
can be
it's-
another penalty or a discussion.
He takes another point.
I told you, push it up. Another penalty point against Khan.
2 points for pushing.
2 points have been taken away from Amir Khan for pushing, a penalty we don't think we've seen anywhere in a long time.
Never in the history of boxing.
One of the best fights
Never.
of the year. Controversial point deductions proved the difference, as Khan lost a split decision by a 1-point margin on 2 judges' scorecards.
I'm ready for a rematch. He wants to do a fight now.
Yeah, I'm so ready. Would you give him a rematch?
I would definitely give him a rematch.
Okay, so you guys heard the highlights. I'm gonna kind of break down the fight as well. Yeah, during that fight, I thought it was a good action-packed fight. Both fighters were going back and forth. Khan dropped Lamont Peterson in the first round. Lamont Peterson had a lot of power, man. I remember watching that fight. He was decapitating Amir Khan with the wicked body shots. And Amir Khan was tagging this guy, but he kept coming forward. And at the time, I'm thinking to myself, damn, this guy's strong. He has a lot of power. A lot of fucking power. And we'll get into the steroids. We'll get into that later on in the video. But the referee, as you heard in the video, I think it was Jim Lampley. He was saying he's never in his life seen a referee take 2 points away from a fighter for pushing. Now we understand why Amir Khan was pushing. And I'm going to explain that later on in the video, why Amir Khan was pushing, trying to get some separation between him and Lamont Peterson. But Jim Lampley goes on to say he never in his life seen a referee take away 2 points for pushing, which led to Amir Khan losing that fight by 1 point on 2 judges' scorecards. Amir Khan would have won that fight he would have won by unanimous decision had it not been for the referee. Now we're going to go on to what took place after the fight. After that fight, it was revealed that Lamont Peterson used drugs, used steroids. He was fighting Amir Khan while he was on steroids. And I'm going to let you guys hear more detail about that.
It's not fair. I mean, when I was at ring, when I was fighting Lamont Peterson, because he did admit that he took the same substance, which is testosterone and steroids, for the first. But it's not fair. I mean, when I was at ring, when I was fighting Lamont Peterson, because he did admit that he took the same substance, which is testosterone and steroids, for the first fight. No, you can see when he was fighting me, the pressure he was putting on me. I was hitting with so many clean shots, and anyone else like Maidana, Zabuda, all them guys were going down. He was the only guy who kept going forward, and still, after him being hurt, he was recovering so quick. Now, that's unfair, because he himself, he could have got hurt a lot because he did take a lot of punishment, and he has to look after his own health. Plus, he could have hurt me and scarred me for life as well. So this is somewhat dangerous, I think. And if it was up to me, I think people like him shouldn't be allowed in the sport again.
Speaking of Mayweather, I was at the fight this weekend. A lot of people talked about you, including Roy Jones Jr. and Paulie Malignaggi. And we talked to Mayweather, and they said if there's one fighter that gives Mayweather the toughest fight, Amir Khan. They said what?
Yeah, so Amir Khan explained, man. He said Lamont Peterson could have killed him. And the shit is serious. He explained that Lamont Peterson could have seriously killed him in that ring. He explained how he was hitting Lamont Peterson and he kept coming forward. This is what I was trying to explain to you guys in that Nonito Donaire video. It's like, let me, for example, it's like you hitting a guy with a fucking baseball bat and it's not phasing him at all. That's what steroids does for a fighter. It allows you to take punishment and recover quickly. Not mentioning the power that it gives you. So he explains how he's hitting Lamont Peterson, but Lamont Peterson continues to come forward. And I mean, he's doing damage. He's hitting Amir Khan with damaging body shots. Those body shots were damaging blows. I can see the effect that it was having on Amir Khan. And we see why Amir Khan was pushing off Lamont Peterson. If you're getting hit by a guy that's on steroids, man, I can imagine the feeling. It probably feels like you getting hit with fucking bricks. And he's getting hit by Lamont Peterson, a guy that's on steroids, man. That's why he's trying to push and get some separation from this guy. I'm going to let you guys hear some more also about this.
Well, yeah, first of all, I'm disappointed because, trained very hard for this fight. I was in the Philippines training there for 10 weeks, and then from the Philippines, we just got back to LA, and it was only like 10 days away from the fight where my dad came knocking on my door in my bedroom and said to me, look, Lamont Peterson's failed his drug test and the fight's no longer going to happen. So, it was a big shock for me. I mean, I don't know, my head was all over the place. I really, really wanted to win my titles back and have the fight, and, but the truth's come out now, and it just proves that Lamont Peterson was a cheat, really. I mean, it hurt me more than anything because I really did want to go in there and put a performance on and show the world how good Amir Khan is.
I mean, given that he insisted on random drugs tests, how surprised are you that he actually has failed one?
That's right, yeah, they asked for one, and I remember going to one of the press conferences in Los Angeles, and as soon as we went there, randomly the VADA commission were there, and that's when they asked us to give them a blood sample plus a urine sample, and, that was taken to the whole training camp as well, while I was in the Philippines. They did ask me, when Golden Boy Promotions did ask me, look, are you going to be okay with taking a drug test? I was more than happy to do that because I know in the last fight there was more to it. I mean, the amount of weight Lamont Peterson put on in the first fight, I walked into the fight 147, 146 pounds. He walked in at 156 pounds. So it shows, I couldn't believe how much weight a person can put on within 24 hours. But, the truth came out, and, in a way, I am happy it's come out, but I am upset that I won't get the chance to fight him.
Sure. How do you get your belts back, though?
Well, the Nevada Commission have taken the license off Lamont Peterson, and they don't want him to fight in the next fight, which was meant to be literally about 10 days away from the fight. So I think the next fight, whoever I fight, I'd miss it in October, November time. So, steroids. That's right, yeah. He admits he took that before the first fight that we had in December. He admits he took it in October, November time. So, that was still in his system when he fought me. So, in a way, it was an unfair fight, and maybe that's one of the reasons they're going to rule that fight as a no contest.
Lots of talk about a June 3rd.
So, what happened with the belts? Amir Khan was awarded his WBA belt back, but for some reason they allowed Peterson to keep his IBF title, saying that he got a doctor's permission to take steroids, and the IBF is fucking crooked for that shit. But the way this went down was sad, man. The ref taking 2 points away from Amir Khan. Lamont Peterson was on drugs, and he should be banned from the sport. If Amir Khan ever fights Lamont Peterson again, he's crazy, man. I would not put my health in danger against a guy knowingly taking steroids. I would not do it. And I just wanted to give you guys this documentary on this fight, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a small documentary.